Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Russian mobilization underway.
From the west over reports of Russian troops rummaging through stores and residences of occupied areas. And now here's a video. Let's take a look.
This is all alluding to World War III.
Это вот все. И тут, блядь, мобилизованные. Сейчас, минуту. Все, блядь. Вплоть до, блядь.
Yeah, so basically, as you can see, there's a clip that was taken. Now it goes on to say,
so the video that the brother, his YouTube channel is Bakar Amath. The video that he played came from this website right here. I'm gonna close this window out in order to avoid, my laptop slowing down, because it tends to slow down when there's too many windows open. So Salakia for closing that window down on that brother. But all right, so this is one of my favorite alternative media websites to come to when it comes to information and worldwide events. Now here from zerohedge.com it says, Russia enacts lengthy prison sentences for wartime desertion and refusal to serve. Okay, and as you see right here, anybody who is trying to flee Russia or anybody who is refusing to join the Russian military, they're being detained indefinitely by militarized policemen under the guise of martial law troops, and they're being thrown into prison up to 15 years. So 15 years, which this empire don't have any 15 years, okay? This empire does not have 15 years. Okay, but here it says, days after announcing a partial mobilization of national forces amid the ongoing special operations in neighboring Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Sunday enacted significant measures to prevent citizens from fleeing draft notices as he signed into law stiff penalties for desertion. And desertions is basically refusal to join the military. Now, for you people here in America, you're sitting on your leaves, you're at comfort, you're like, well, sucks to be them. Well, guess what? This is coming to the United States of America, where millions of people, especially Israelites, will be forcibly drafted into the United States military. So get ready, because a mandatory draft here in the United States of America is coming. So don't be surprised if you get a letter in the mail, and you open up your mail one day and the letter basically says, "Hello, we are proud to have you as a citizen of the United States of America. Unfortunately, we are living in dire times where we are getting ready to enter into war against a major country that goes by the name of Russia. As it stands, we are living in a state of an emergency. Therefore, we are mobilizing a huge military force to fight against Russian troops and Chinese troops in Ukraine. Your cooperation of joining the United States military will be required for us to significantly boost our morale." So don't be surprised if you get a letter like that in the mail, because it's coming. Think about it. The amount of troops that Russia has over there in Ukraine, as well as the 50,000 troops they have in Iran, that's not going to be enough to combat Russia. So you know what's going to happen? The United States of America, they're going to be forced to mobilize as well. So a mandatory draft here in the United States of America is coming, and millions of people are going to be drafted to go fight in this war. Which yeah, I know they're talking about the Middle East. I know they're talking about, Slovakia. I know they're talking about Ukraine this, Ukraine that. But ultimately, World War III is going to happen over there in the Middle East, like it tells you in the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. Okay? Because like the scriptures say, in Proverbs the 20th chapter, man's goings are of the Lord. Okay? So yeah, they're talking about Ukraine this, Ukraine that, we got to do something about Ukraine and blah 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 blah. Ukraine this and Ukraine that. But guess what? World War III is not going to take place over in Ukraine. World War III is going to happen over there in the Middle East. Okay, in the valley of Armageddon, which in the Hebrew tongue is Harma Gadwan, which Harma is Hebrew for mountain, and then you got God, G-A-D, which is where you get Gad from, the tribe of Gad. Like Gad is one of the tribes of Reuben, which Gad just means troop. And then you got Hamagadwan, which means valley or mountain of troops. Okay? So Hamagadwan, which God is how you say Gad in the Hebrew, is God. Okay? Hamagadwan, which means troop, the valley of troops. Okay, so it says here that Putin specifically introduced mobilization, martial law, and wartime measures into the Russian criminal code for the first time, which also covers long prison terms for voluntary surrender. So, as it stands right now, there is chaos going on in Russia. People are rioting, they're protesting, they're expressing their anger, their hate towards Putin for forcibly drafting them into the military. Okay, and there's many articles coming out on this situation. But guess what? It's going to happen over here in America as well. Second Esdras, chapter 15. And I'm going to just get right to the point. Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." A sedition is a uprising or a rebellion against a government. And that's exactly what we are seeing here, a uprise or a rebellion against the government. Okay, where citizens are literally rebelling, they're literally protesting, against these unrighteous decrees, which are being enacted by the president. People are protesting, they're rioting, they're rebelling against the government. It says, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? The course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's pretty much the key point. But you know, the other brother, he pretty much covered everything else concerning this news article. You know, just wanted to give you my take on it. You know, more information coming out. You know, you people that are settled on your leads here in America, man, get ready. You talking about, you know, Russia, well, you know, it sucks to be them. I'm glad it's not happening here, but guess what? It's going to happen here in America too. There's going to be a mandatory draft, and many people will be forcibly drafted into the United States military. They're going to be drafting people up to, I believe, 40 or something years old. Down there in Russia, they're drafting people up to 74 years old or 75 years old. Hey, Putin is savage, bruh. He don't care if you're old. Hey, look, man, I'm 75 years old. Nah, bruh. Pick up an AK and join the military, or your ass is going to be sitting in prison for the rest of your life. But Putin don't care. You 75 years old. If you refuse to join the military, he said 15 years. Bam. Right behind bars. You're going to be 75 years old, spending the rest of your days of retirement sitting behind bars in prison, eating pinto beans, you know, mad as hell, and you're probably going to be in there until the nuclear destruction. So it's coming, man. But with that, I'm going to say, Shalom is on to the next one.